Hi everyone, just want to talk to you a little bit today about why we compete and why competition is important. Just to let you know, we have a tournament coming up on July 23rd and I hope you guys all make it. But I want to just spend a couple minutes and talk about why we compete and why it's healthy. I've been competing in tournaments ever since I started martial arts. In fact, I didn't go to my very first tournament as a white belt, and to this day I still regret it. 18 years later, I regret not going to my first tournament as a white belt. I did, however, go to the next tournament as a green belt, and I competed at least 2 to 3, sometimes up to 5 times a year ever since I've started martial arts. I've also competed in MMA, and I'm constantly trying to challenge myself. I always want to try to do better, and competition is going to allow you to kind of see where you place and see where you stand in your training. So, sometimes you might get lucky and win, maybe on strikes and sparring and advance forward, or sometimes you can train really hard and get beat right away. I remember one tournament I went to, we're not allowed to create any redness or blood when we're point sparring. And I remember my very first kick. I've been training months for this tournament, and I drove 3.5 hours. Got there, and the very first kick, I kicked the guy in the nose and gave him a bloody nose, and my tournament day was over. So sometimes it could boil down to that, but the lesson learned is watch your contact. So there's always something to learn every time you go to a tournament, and I recommend that you guys go compete, have some fun. Number one, it's healthy. Again, it helps you realize where you're at in your training. If you get first place, that's great. That shows that all the hard work you've been putting in is paid off. If you don't place in the top 3, then that just shows you that you need some work to do, and just get back to it and train harder, maybe in the area that you didn't do so well in. So always look at it as a positive. Never just go to a tournament and go, well, that was terrible. I didn't do good, so I'm never going to go again. And it does take a lot of courage to get out there and actually compete. I always think about this, and I always talk about this. The very first time I ever rode a roller coaster, I was pretty scared and I didn't want to get on it. But once I did it, I was excited, and I was glad, and I wanted to do it again. Tournaments are very much the same way. You got to make yourself go on the first one, even if you're a little apprehensive, and do it, experience it, and I know you'll have a great time, and you'll want to do it again. So, again, competition is healthy, get you off the couch. Most people on a Saturday morning are probably going to want to just lay around and do nothing, whereas you could be out doing something constructive and bettering yourself in martial arts. So I really hope that you attend. Also think about this. You guys come to practice, 3, some of you guys up to 6 days a week if you're in our grappling and striking program. And if you were to practice baseball, 3 to 6 times a week, but never play a game, that would get kind of boring. Now in martial arts, we're always trying to get ready for our testings. So that's kind of our biggest deal. But think of a tournament as a game. And we only have 1 and 2 games a year. So I'd love for you guys to get in here and practice. Get yourself, when we start signing people up, you're going to get your name on the wall. I'd love to see your name up there. I want to see you guys training hard to get in and get prepared for the tournament. So put in your mind now that you're going to compete 2 months from now, July 23rd at the next tournament. Love to see you guys there. And if you have any other questions, feel free to email us at info@trainama.com or give us a call at 425-337-6500. Thanks, guys.